Hello there, my name is Tim Schmidt, aka Tactical Tim. I'm the president and founder of the United States Concealed Carry Association. I'm also the publisher of Concealed Carry Magazine. Welcome to this week's Tactical Tim video. So today, this video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit less tactical in nature, but I feel very confident that the story that I'm about to tell is going to put a smile on your face, and you're going to like it. I guess before I get into the meat and potatoes, the story has to do with my father. So, those of you who have listened to me for a while or even know me at all, I talk a lot about my dad, talk a lot about the impact that he had in my life. Not only just going through the process of becoming a young man and eventually into a full-grown adult, but also his influence that he's had on my business life and what I've done. So before I go into that a little bit more, I just want to kind of paint a little bit of backstory here. So 10 years ago was, a little bit more than 10 years ago, was when I started Concealed Carry Magazine, and I actually found one of the very first issues, actually the first issue of Concealed Carry Magazine, holding it in my hands right now. I'm not sure if you can see just how thin this thing is, but it is actually a total of 12 pages long. That's right, this magazine is 12 pages long. I did it myself at my kitchen table in West Bend, Wisconsin. And the funny thing is that every single article in the magazine was written by me under a different fake name, a different alias. All the pictures were of me or my relatives. And this 12-page magazine took me almost 6 months to make on my own, which is a little bit embarrassing, but that's the truth. And so that's 10 years ago. Oh yes, one last thing is you'll notice in the bottom right-hand corner it says the official publication of the United States Concealed Carry Association. Well, I assure you, 10 years ago, the United States Concealed Carry Association only existed in logo form. It was pretty much a vision in my head. So flash forward 10 years into the future, which of course is now the present. Here's the latest issue of Concealed Carry Magazine I just picked up. This baby is 128 pages long. It's beautiful, professional photographs and amazing content, articles. And the neat thing is that the very first that I look at this issue is when they come out. So I've got a team of fantastic editors and artists that make this magazine for me that it's just amazing. And then the USCCA, of course, logo, the new logo is down here in the corner, but now the USCCA is so much more than just an association. It's actually, here's one of the membership benefit brochures that new members get, and now we have this liability insurance that everyone's backed up with, up to $600,000, which, 10 years ago, I wouldn't even dreamed of that. Backed by an insurance company that we pay millions of dollars a year. For the self-defense shield, and heck, we even have DVDs and legitimate books. And here's something that I found just earlier today. I was going by someone's desk, and I said, "Hey, where did you get that cool folder?" And obviously, I couldn't help but see the giant USCCA logo on it. I didn't even know we had these cool folders. I'm not sure what they're used for, but now I have one. And of course, the last cool thing that we have is these little rubberized Velcro patches, which are just awesome to put on your range bag or something. And I've been getting in trouble lately because I sneak into the fulfillment room and I take these. But the whole point I'm making, guys, is that Concealed Carry Magazine and the USCCA have just gone through this amazing metamorphosis from literally nothing 10 years ago to this massive organization of hundreds of thousands of people today. And it's what my dad taught me that helped this, get pulled off. And here's a story of what my dad taught me. So as you can imagine, starting from this level here to where we're at right now, there's a lot of challenges and there's a lot of things to overcome. And I'll never forget when I was a sophomore in high school, I played football. Now, I played football in high school because it was the only sport that you didn't have to be coordinated, you didn't have to have much skill, you didn't have to be fast. You just had to be willing to hit somebody, and I was pretty good at that. So here I was, sophomore in high school, playing junior varsity football, and I'm like talking to my dad. I'm like, "Dad, I want to play varsity, Dad. What can I do?" And he goes, "Well, son, you need to prove to your coach that you're willing to do whatever it takes." And I said, "Okay, well, I think I can do that." And he goes, "All right, next time you're playing your JV game and you're lining up on the kickoff line for the first play of the game, the kickoff, you need to put in your head that you're the only person on that line that's going to be able to make the tackle. There's none of your other teammates even exist. So as you're running down the field, if you don't make the tackle, that guy is going to score a touchdown. That's the attitude you have to have. And then he used the famous phrase with me. He said, Tim, in your mind, you have to say to yourself, if it is to be, it's up to me. If it is to be, it's up to me. And just like any other 15-year-old kid or 16-year-old, however old I was at the time, I kind of like, okay, Dad, if it is to be, it's up to me. I kind of went in one ear and rattled around a little bit. But you know what? Enough of it took. Because that next game, I was lined up there and I thought, all right, man, I don't care what happens. I am going to make that tackle. I'm the only guy that can make that tackle. And sure enough, I fired down the field. And I don't care if everybody on that other team was going to block me. I was going to get that runner. And sure enough, I did. And so needless to say, I made a pretty good impression on the coach. It wasn't more than 2 weeks later that I did start playing on the varsity team. Now, granted, it was only on the kickoff team, but it was what I wanted. And it was that phrase that my dad, drilled into my head. If it is to be, it's up to me. And so honestly, I just got to say, Dad, thanks for that. That's helped me in so many aspects of my life throughout the years. And I really appreciate it. So, folks, that's all I have for today. Hope you enjoyed that story. Hopefully you can apply that to some area of your life. And until next week's Tactical Tim video, take care and stay safe.